Hey everybody, Robert Wright here, private label law attorney, and today I want to talk about why successful private labelers copyright their listings. Okay, so what do we talk about when copyright? With copyright, remember, we're talking about original works of authorship that are fixed in a tangible medium of expression. That's the fancy legal definition, but what does it really mean, right? It means your product photos, right? It means your sales copy. It means your product packaging. In some instances, it can even mean your product itself. So what I mean with this, let me give you the example of a pool float. And boring old basic pool float, not a big deal. It's a round, donut looking ring. Nobody, there's no originality in that. It's just a dumb pool float, right? Maybe the best pool float in the world, but in terms of design, it's kind of dumb. But if you take that pool float concept and maybe you make that pool float into the shape of a slice of pizza, or a unicorn, or a panda bear, or literally a donut, something that looks like a donut with sprinkles and all that good stuff, that's potentially copyrightable. That is a work of authorship. Okay, so number one, understanding what copyright is super important because it can apply to your private label. Yes, private label is typically trademark, but if you're smart about it and kind of go to that next level, copyright's a huge part of things, right? So why do we even care about copywriting our product photos, our sales copy, maybe the product packaging if there's originality, or the product itself? Well, a couple reasons. One, it's a really big bat on Amazon, right? There's something called the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. And if someone copies your product photo, your sales copy, your packaging, the product design itself, you're able to go to Amazon. And because of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and Amazon's own self-interest of wanting to be absolved from any sort of vicarious liability or contributory infringement, Amazon takes action very quickly on your copyright complaint. So number one, it's a big club in your bag in terms of keeping the marketplace clean of people who are trying to kind of ride on your coattails. But secondly, it's a huge asset to your business. I say this time and time again. Sellers who look to exit, and we will all look to exit, those that have registered their trademarks, registered their copyrights, maybe they have a patent, they're going to typically get 3 times more for their business than those sellers who haven't. Yes, you have to have great sales, but those are all tangible assets. And so along the way of your private label journey, yes, you should be thinking about inventory, and yes, you should be thinking about sales, but you also have to be thinking about the long-term picture, right? And along the way, where possible, you should get intangible assets like trademark registrations and copyright registrations, because at the end of this, everybody ends, right? Everybody ends whether they want to, it's purposeful, or they just need to get out for whatever reason. You're just going to get more for your business. So make the investment along the way. Trademark's important to get your brand registry, and there's tremendous benefits to that. But copyrights are one of those kind of quiet areas of intellectual property that a lot of private label sellers ignore. Don't ignore it, right? Huge club in your bag in terms of policing the marketplace, and also just you're quietly, subtly adding assets to your bottom line, which at the end of your journey is going to make your exit much more beneficial, much more profitable.